It's Saturday night. Tonight we have Sticker Granddaughter and Sticker Brat with us today.
Who else is here? Mr. STICKERMANIA.
Oh, yeah, it says Mr. STICKERMANIA here.
How's it going out there? Granddaughter surprised with a intro there. She faked me out. What's going out there in your world today? What was the temperature here today? 30s?
Well, it's snowing right now. Bad.
Oh yeah, the roads are about to get bad.
And tomorrow is supposed to be a snowy day, right?
Cold. It's supposed to be really freezing.
Talk about a few things.
Polly said, hello, Stickermania family, and everyone watching, give a like.
How you doing, Polly? Thanks. Appreciate that. Couple notes. They ranked the top 100 comedy movies of all time, and number 41 was A Hard Day's Night. That's pretty good that the Beatles movie was in the top 100 comedy movies of all time. You gonna put the Beatles shirt on, Sticker Kid? Show me your shirt. Sticker, you gotta get over here. Sticker, now turn around, kid. Get a little lower. All right, thanks.
Zip up your zipper.
What zipper?
Made you look.
Uncle Paul said, hello, everyone. Happy Saturday night.
Happy Saturday night from Louisville, Kentucky. Have you seen those Beatle demos of Love of the Love and Misery that have been issued in the last few days that they got up on YouTube? Supposed to be from filmed or recorded at an empty cavern club, 1962. Love of the Love, the song that Paul wrote for Cilla Black, and an early take of Misery. It's pretty cool. You should check them out. Somebody said that the Beatles with Paperback Writer was the first official music video ever done.
Little Beatles Corner said, hello, all Sticker.
How you doing, Patricia?
Danny Goldstein said, hey, folks.
How you doing, Danny Goldstein?
John H. said, hello, all. Please, a joke from Sticker Teenager tonight.
Oh, you wish.
Did you come up with a joke?
No.
Uncle Paul said, thank you, Ari, for the shirt.
While you're texting there, you can look. Oh, you're watching the stream, man. Good job.
Okay.
Good job.
Danny Goldstein said, nice shirts tonight. The Quiet Beatles Collector said, hello from windy and snowy and very cold Illinois.
All right. Yeah, you Chicago. Because I said that Chicago has become the North Pole.
Dave Evans said, hi, Frank and Sticker family.
Dave Evans, we're working on that. My son's going to look for that tracking number on the Wings Greatest. My mailman today, my regular mailman told me the fire department went into our main post office in Louisville, said it was getting to be a fire hazard. The last 2 days, I've got 20 packages, so they're working overtime to try to catch everything up.
Dave Evans also said, hey, Frank, still haven't received the Wings album, but you kind of just touched on it.
Yeah, touched on it.
First Castillo said, who said it was the first music video?
It was on, it's a first music video done to go around the world to promote a song, official artistic music video. I know there were other videos done of groups singing a song, but they were just kind of miming to the song, where the Paperback Writer, they spent a lot of effort on it.
He said, it was George who said it.
He said what? All right.
Who said it was the first music video?
All right. Well, it was on YouTube. Somebody came up with the 15 things that the Beatles did first, and that was one of them.
Mr. Beatles Pro said, hello, happy John Cena.
How you doing, Tom? Happy what?
John Cena's last match tonight.
Who's the last match?
John Cena.
John Cena.
The wrestler.
Okay, well, You're the young generation. You gotta inform me what's going on.
Danny Goldstein said, nice Led Zeppelin poster.
Yeah, we redid the back. I got the two Led Zeppelin. This is the original 1969 to promote Ampac stereo tapes, 8 and 4-track cartridges. Got a Rolling Stone to promote the Voodoo Lounge tour. Got a one for Real Music up there, and I left my 2 anthologies. And got a Polo's Live way over there, crossing Abbey Road. You probably can't see that.
Johnny Ramone said, yo, Frank.
How you doing, Johnny Ramone?
Just so you know, they don't see the top 2 ones.
All right.
North Carolina.
Well, show them the top and show them over there on the Paul's Live. Ariana, move just a bit so you can see all the posters. So that promotes Paul's Live album where he was going across the road, and they even put a Volkswagen in there. And that's the Rolling Stones promote their 1994 Voodoo Lounge tour, and that's Real Music to promote the Real Music album.
North Carolina Vinyl Picker said, good evening, Frank and family.
How you doing, Arthur?
Wolfie Baby said, hi, Frank Sticker family.
Yeah, we got a good crowd in tonight.
Daniel Castillo said, about the music video, it was George, just a trivia for you. Like, it was a trivia question for you.
That's what he was telling you. It was a
Yeah, about the
trivia
music.
question.
The one that came up with that.
Yeah.
George, he does a YouTube channel, a guy named George.
And Mr. Beatles Pro said, wait, you know who Crapple Drone is, but not John Cena? Jeez.
Crapple drone.
Chapel Roan.
Yeah.
Crapple Roan. No, we better not call her crap. We didn't even put her poster up there today. Give me a break, Tom.
I did send him a picture of the one that we put on the wall.
All right. All right, a couple other notes. Did you see that YouTube video where Ringo Starr bumps into a young gamer at the Manchester Airport first class lounge, and the gamer was gambling on his on a video a monitor, and he turned around and said, how you doing, bud? He didn't even know that was Ringo Starr, and Ringo came up next to him, started talking to him, and then he looked up after Ringo left and he figured out who it was. He didn't even know it was Ringo Starr. What other notes? UK single charts next week. Number 1 is Wham with Last Christmas. Number 21 is Paul McCartney with Wonderful Christmas Time. And number 23 is Happy Christmas with John and Yoko, War is Over. The number 1 albums in the UK next week is Kylie Minogue. How do you say her name? Kylie Minogue. She's must have a new Christmas album called Kylie's Christmas Fully Wrapped. And 13 is Oasis with my favorite Oasis album because it's got Wonderwall on it, and Don't Look Back in Anger, What's the Story, Morning Glory is number 13 on the album charts. About 20 years, wouldn't be almost 30 years after it was released, it's in the charts, number 13.
Daniel Castillo said, Kylie is still making music.
It looks like she's got a new Christmas album out, Fully Wrapped. I think it went straight to number 1. I don't think that's a reissue. I think that's a brand new album. Couple other chart things, bad on the Beatles and the Wings. The Wings' greatest hits debuted at number 68 on the Billboard charts a few weeks ago, and now it's off the charts. The Beatles Anthology 4 debuted at 48, and it's off the charts. The Anthology box set debuted a couple weeks ago at 113, and it's off the charts. And the only Beatles album on the charts this week is Abbey Road, at 113. Can you hand me my Abbey Road that I have?
Where?
Beetle Man for Paul said looking forward to Christmas show Wednesday.
Yep, I was talking about that here.
And then Daniel. Okay,
Give me the record right here. So there's my Abbey Road, 1973 France contract. I've been listening to other albums this week, so I haven't listened to this Abbey Road yet, but I know that the harmonies are mixed up a little more in the mid-range. It's an audiophile pressing of Abbey Road. It was cut in 1973 when Abbey Road in England was closed for renovations, and they sent all the master tapes, all the vaults went over to France for a while.
Daniel Castillo said, I just can't picture her singing Christmas songs.
Yeah, went straight to number one. All right, well, you guys are talking about next Wednesday, Every Little Thing Beatles episode number 16 with Mikey Arugula and Uncle Paul. I had a shirt somewhere. Uncle Paul's Beatles Pop Playhouse. This is one of the shirts he gave me. He's going to be a guest, and we're going to have a young female Gabby that I met at the Fest for Beatle fans last August in Chicago. She's going to give us the young version of collecting Beatles. So it'll be interesting of all of us old folks to old Beatle collectors to ask her some questions. We're going to do a 90-minute round table because there's going to be 4 of us, and we're going to start it a half hour early at 8 o'clock on December 17th, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Danny Goldstein wants to see my hat. Show him it real quick.
There's our Chapel Roan second. This sold out at the Chapel Roan merch last year when we saw her in Franklin, Tennessee. It's a all size fits all. Midwest Princess. It's kind of a takeoff of the Democrats when they ran for president.
And Uncle Paul said, thanks, looking forward to it.
All right, Uncle Paul is in the house.
You talked to him earlier.
I did?
No.
He got a lot going on.
Yeah, let me talk a little bit. You've been... Steve Westman did an interview with Bruce Spicer last week. If you haven't checked it out. And have you ever met Bruce Spicer? Have you ever met Bruce Spicer?
No.
Oh, yeah, I did meet him. I ate pizza with him.
Yeah, you ate pizza. Remember the man that my age, 70 years old, that is a little smaller than me that you ate pizza with?
I was wondering.
The author? Do you remember?
No.
Yeah,
You do remember.
No, I don't.
There's a picture of you two eating pizza with Bruce Spicer.
Where?
In New Jersey.
Where?
Asheville, New Jersey. I don't think there's a picture of him in here. I showed it to him. Showed you a picture of him the other day.
Scholar, you know exactly who it is.
No, I
he's just
don't.
being dumb.
Ken Michaels interviewed Bruce Spicer, Al Sussman, and Steve Marnucci the other day. It was a good interview, and things we said today just came out today. And Kid O'Toole we met in Asbury Park, New Jersey. She came into our room where me and Mikey Arugula were set up, and we talked to her for a while, and we saw Darren DeVivo there, and Alan Kosum. We saw him at the Chicago Fest. Did we see him we saw him at the New Jersey Fest, didn't we? I think it was last year we saw him at the New Jersey Fest. We did that the other day. Let's show what's on the table, and then I'll do my top 5 audiophile pressings of the week. So, show the Rolling Stones first. Just got this in. 1965, real rare picture sleeve of Rolling Stones, Heart of Stone. They didn't make many of these, kind of like the Can't Buy Me Love from the Beatles. Only made one pressing of this picture sleeve. It's an East Coast. And that's a matching record. There's only a few picture sleeves that are worth more than that on the Rolling Stones. One of them's We Love You and Dandelion. And of course the Street Fighting Men that I talked about, that there's only 10 in the world. And one went for $82,000. All right, can you put that over there where I put my picture sleeve? Careful.
Where is it?
Right there. Yeah, that's fine. We got this from Rachel's Ghost when she got this from a Facebook marketplace a couple weeks ago. Somebody in 1986 entered a contest in Canada to get all the Rolling Stones CDs, and these are all the long boxes. These are all factory sealed, and they all have a sticker, sample not for sale. And then in French underneath that, because they speak, a lot of people speak French in Canada. So we got a long box for their first album, the England's newest hit makers. These are all in perfect shape. I'd sell them for $55 a piece or two for $100. We got Rolling Stones 12 by 5. There's no flaws in these things at all. Sealed from corner to corner. The Rolling Stones Now. December's Children and Everybody's Rolling Stones. They all have the not for sale sample, not for sale sticker on the back. Out of Our Heads, the one that has I Can't Get No Satisfaction on it. Aftermath, Paint It Black, Lady Jean, Under My Thumb. Sticker Kid was listening to Under My Thumb the other day with his father. You like the Rolling Stones, some of their songs, don't you?
No.
No?
No.
Got Live if you want it. And no, this isn't really live tracks. They're kind of fake live on most of them. Some of them are live, but most of them aren't. Their answer to Sgt. Pepper, their Santanic Majesty's Request. Flowers. That's when Ellen Klein was trying to milk the Rolling Stones for everything he could, make money off of them.
Satanic.
Santanic.
Satanic.
Rolling Stones, Big Hits Volume 2, Through the Past Darkly. Here's the official great live album, Get Your Ya-Ya's Out. I think Dave Evans has my UK that I sold him of. He can vouch that really one of the best live albums ever from the late 60s. And the 2 album set of Hot Rocks. This sold a bunch, even though the Rolling Stones were leaving and trying to form their own label at the same time when Sticky Fingers came out. And then this 2 LP set of Love You Live. It's sealed. Has a little sticker in France on the front. And got these also from Rachel's Ghost, a promo for Tattoo You, a little keychain. And a sealed package of napkins from 1993, Rolling Stones napkins. And it's all in, said it was made in Quebec in Canada on the back. Alright, and you move all those off over there.
John H. said, does Sticker Kid have a Rolling Stones joke?
No.
He don't have no joke.
I never have a joke.
Rolling Stones joke?
It would have been good, but I don't know why you don't want to.
Alright, some Beatle items that I got in. Then we'll do a trivia contest We got these 4 1964 identical Beatles tumblers, insulated tumblers, 5" and 3" wide. A group of 4 of them. Somebody's interested in these are they'd be $160 shipped for each one of them. They're in perfect shape, no cracks, no chips. There's the other 2. You want to move all those over there out of the way. We got this, the best condition introducing the Beatles I've ever had in my lifetime. Probably from when they started factory sealed these. It has the 2 breathe holes right there, probably about May of 1964. This did sell over 1 million copies in the United States. This is version 2 with Please Please Me. Perfect spine, perfect corners. Never had one in that shape with no wear down here. And the matching version 2 record that's unplayed. That'd be expensive if somebody wanted it. About $750 original inner sleeve. BJ Company inner sleeve.
John H. said Rolling Stones on the Flintstone spin-off cartoon were called Mick Jadestone and the Rolling Boulders.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, let's get that expensive album off the table. Got these 3 photos from TWA when the Beatles got off the plane from Heathrow Airport in England on August 13th, 1965. They signed the door of the airplane of TWA, and they got a photo, TWA, on the back of every one of them. What's the big historical importance of August 13th, 1965? What happened the next day, and then what happened 2 days after? And there's Paul signing the door. Photo from TWA. And there's a copy of the Explains It All. So this was on a Saturday when they arrived in America, and the next day they videotaped in advance their Ed Sullivan performance where they did Yesterday, Help, what was the other ones? Thought they did Day Tripper. No, they couldn't have done Day Tripper. Help, Ticket to Ride, Yesterday, and I'm sure Ringo sang it naturally. I'm thinking there's one other song too. And then 2 days later, after this, of course, you know what happened. The big Shea Stadium concert before 55,000 people. So that's how fast the Beatles world went. They arrived on Saturday, went to the Warwick Hotel. Sunday they videotaped the Ed Sullivan performance that was on 2 weeks later. And Monday they performed at Shea Stadium before 55,000 people. All right, I'm done with that.
Danny Goldstein said Shay. That was probably what you were just talking about.
Yeah. My trivia question.
A Little Beatles Corner said, I don't know, I didn't know they were shrink wrapped at the time, talking about the expensive.
They weren't shrink wrapped in January, February, but they were in May and June when they were selling 60% of all albums.
Danny Goldstein said, how in the world did they do all the things they did?
I know. It's a fairy tale when you look back at the history of the Beatles of how many things got done in every day.
John H. said, Ticket to Ride and Neck Naturally. Ticket to Ride had an extended intro.
Yes. Yeah, I had a trivia question on that once.
And Danny Goldstein said it's amazing.
It's what?
It's amazing
Amazing, yep.
how they did that.
So I have another Hazel Yarwood -5 coming in from England. I bought overnight last night. It's supposed to be in excellent condition. You know, the last one sold for $7,000 last week on eBay from the United Kingdom. I got mine a lot cheaper than $7,000. This is a Hazel Yarwood -4, her first cut. And this is rarer than the -5, but of course it's not the one that's the best audiophile pressing. It got rejected, and there weren't very many -4s that got out. But that's what in the dead wax of this is the -4 Hazel Yarwood. She cut it twice, -4 and -5. Harry T. Moss caught the first 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then they gave it to Hazel Yarwood because Harry T. Moss couldn't figure out Rubber Soul. And we got the Beatles Christmas album. This is original. Beatles Tom Pro saw me have one at New Jersey, or at the Chicago Fest a couple years ago. Perfect spine. In the factory shrink the way they were sent to the Beatles fan club members, 1970, United States. And yes, it has a small indentation on the label. The UK, I have a UK coming in of the Christmas album, but all my UK albums are taking a while to get here. And how you know you got original is that small indentation. And if you can see Ringo's eyeballs on the small picture there. And if you can see Theatre Royal on the second picture in small print. Hard to see there unless you're really looking at it close. All right, let's do our trivia questions. Give me the trivia question thing. We're going to give away one of my shirts from Polly T-Shirt Express. My last extra large shirt I have to give away out of Staten Island, New Jersey. Is it Staten Island, New York. I better get that right or Mikey Rugler is going to get upset.
Close up of the small indentation.
So what's it talking about on that?
Christmas album.
Yeah.
If you see, over 3/4 of the ones on eBay have that large indentation on the label. And they're all counterfeits. But they all sell them like they're original. But these have small indentations. If you can see the circles right around, a small circle around those dates on the middle of the label. Even the counterfeits have bell sound in the dead wax. So you have to look for that indentation to get original. Did that help at all? All right, we're going to give away that bag over there and this shirt. Got this at the
Yeah, Wolfie Baby said, yep. Thumbs up.
Bloomington, Indiana at the auction. Was part of a lot of Beatles shirts. This Beatles bag and this shirt from T-Shirt Express of Drive My Car in extra large. Here are the 3 trivia questions. How you doing there, Sticker Kid?
Tell him read the questions.
No, too scared.
I'll say the answers.
Trivia question number 1. Which Beatles album does Drive My Car open up as the first track in the United States?
By the way, all have to be in the same answer.
Number 2 question. Which Otis Redding song was the bass line derived from for Drive My Car? There's a Otis Redding song where the bass line that's in Drive My Car. It was derived from one Otis Redding song. And number 3, what other Beatles song was on the same Beatles cartoon episode with Drive My Car? Not talking about the sing-alongs, but the regular videos. There's 2 video songs in each Beatles cartoon episode. And when Drive My Car on, what was the other Beatles song that was on the same episode? All right, do it one more time. Trivia question 1. Which Beatle album does Drive My Car open?
Greg Fio, what is the thing?
Greg Fio wins. Good job, Greg Fio.
You need to make harder questions.
Yeah. Well, he didn't have to. He must not have to look him up. He's got a lot of trivia in his head. Good job there, Greg Fio. All right, you get the bag and the shirt goes to Greg Fio. I don't have to repeat the questions. We can move on. All right, you want to put that over there? There's the trivia questions. All right, we're going to do my 5 audiophile pressings that I listened to this week. Let me get that list. All right, let's pull it out. Number 5. My Holland pressing went out today, or not my Holland, but Carl and the Passion So Tough, my 1972 that has the mono pressing that was remastered by Carl Wilson from 1972. It got sold today and went out in the mail. That's my number 5 audiophile pressing I've listened to this week. I stayed away from the Beatles this week because I listened to so many Beatle albums last week because of Anthology. Number 4. My 1975 pressing from the United Kingdom of Led Zeppelin, Physical Graffiti. I can see why people consider this one of the best double albums of all time. Number 3. 1970s pressing of Sticky Fingers from Germany. Number 2 on my audiophile pressings. I listened to number 2 and 1 today. Where is number 2? Right there, and there is number 1. Number 2 is my 1972 original pressing from the United Kingdom of Ziggy Stardust. There's no main man on the back, and it's got pretty sure it has an E1 matrix. Let me see. Got a 1E matrices. I was cranking that up today. Boy, side 2 of Lady Stardust, Star, Hang On to Yourself, Ziggy Stardust, and Suffragette City. What a side that is. And the number 1 audiophile pressing I've listened to this week, I listened today, and it is, if I can find it. Where is it at, Frank? Where is it at?
Well,
right here.
Freedom.
Number 1 audiophile pressing I listened to this week is Ram from the United Kingdom, 1971. Laminated cover, -1 in the dead wax. Wow. So much better than the USA pressing of Ram. Hell of an album. Starts off with Too Many People, Ram on, Uncle Albert, Admiral Halsey, Smile Away. A pretty good side 1. Side 2, Heart of the Country, Monkberry, Moon Delight. I love the way that Paul scats on that song. Long-Haired Lady, and Backseat of my Car. This pressing really cranks it up. It's like you're right there, and there's no way that they could ever make a pressing like that again from the master tapes that are over 55, about 55 years old now.
Greg Field said, sending your emo Frank Rare Hollywood Bowl YouTube video. You can do that. Very cool. August 23rd, 1964, full of memories and color.
Gotcha.
Danny Goldstein said, that's so weird. It says K West on the cover of the Ziggy Stardust album. Kanye? Question mark.
There's Ziggy Stardust. It says, where's he saying K West?
Right there.
Oh, yeah.
Is it Kanye?
No, but that's a place in England.
Okay.
That's a famous place. It's the same road where the Oasis, cover. Both of these were photographed on the same road.
Dave Evans said, Frank, I agree. It's awesome. I have the Maroki cut. It's amazing too. Ram cut.
Of what, Ram?
Yeah.
Man.
Danny Goldstein said, that's too funny.
All right. We talked about the Every Little Thing, Beatles episode number 16, Christmas special, 90-minute special on December 17th, starting at 8 p.m. or earlier time so we can get in 90 minutes and give Uncle Paul and Mikey Arugula and the new young collector, Gabby, we've never had her on before, give her some time when we do a round table. I think that's about all my notes, then I'll show some more things. A couple things that sold for a lot of money in the last couple days. Beatles and Mono 1982 UK red box sold for $3,000. A Beatles White Album from the United Kingdom, number 2864, sold for $2,500. And a Wings 1971 to 73 archive box set that was sealed sold for $1,500 yesterday. Purchases. A couple things I've bought in the last 24 hours. I told you about the Rubber Soul Hazel Yarwood that I bought. I bought a Beatles White Album 1968 from the United Kingdom, a stereo that has no EMI on either one of the records. It's in near mint condition, and the number is 320966. So I'll be excited when I get that from England. White Album and stereo, you know, the first 250,000 of them were mono. And then after that, they started numbering the stereos. And I have a sealed Beatles 1965 4x4 EP I won an auction yesterday. So I got a sealed Beatles EP from the United States of 4x4 coming.
Greg Field said, Kings Road Pub in UK.
What is it?
King Road's Pub in UK.
That's the name of the road, Kings Road? Kings Road,
yeah.
Kings Road.
Pub.
All right, what we got else to show today, Sticker Kid? Are you helping out today?
Maybe.
We talked about the Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin. I have a sealed Led Zeppelin somewhere right here. This is a 1977 pressing that has a Stairway to Heaven on the front and the black sticker on the back, but this is the 5-digit number of 19129. Sold that for $155 today. And somebody put up an original 71 sealed today with just the black sticker on the front for $400 and some. But I thought about buying it, but that has the best audiophile pressing ever with Porky Pecco Duck of Led Zeppelin 4. One of the top 5, top 10 albums of all time, surely, in the rock and roll world. Of course, the Led Zeppelin, showed that before, Led Zeppelin 2, my Presswell pressing. Very good plus condition that I wouldn't sell for cheaper than $1,500. But I think that would be pretty cool to do a sealed reveal of original pressing of Led Zeppelin 4 from 1971 to see if it was near mint, unplayed with a Porky Pecco Duck in the dead wax. That's how you really want to hear Led Zeppelin 4. It cranks for all it's worth. And I've showed you my Led Zeppelin 4 with that rare orange hype sticker, title sticker, that must just went to DJs. But that's the only time I've ever seen it. Wings, or Paul McCartney's first album from the United Kingdom. I haven't listened to this yet. -1. This might not be -1. This is a... See if my old man eyes can see that dead wax. I'm gonna have to teach Sticker Kid how to read these.
No.
3U, 3U, 3U. So this would be a couple years, like a 1972 pressing of McCartney
3U.
from England. And it's got that laminated cover that's sharp. Ooh, it even cracks when you open it up.
How much you think the Beatles make a year?
Quite a bit. Stairway to Heaven makes Jimmy Page and Robert Plant about $100 million every year.
Oh my God.
Got a Beatles second album in today in the Sears bag. You've seen my Meet the Beatles in the Sears bag before. And today I got a Beatles second album in the Sears bag in. We showed introducing the Beatles. We got a McCartney 2 UK pressing in and a Wing Speed of Sound in.
Sticker Kid, I need a Christmas joke.
Can you get a Christmas joke real quick for us, please?
I don't think of one.
These two are last two I got on my Mazzy Monos from the 1981. This is a -5 Hazel Yardwood tube cut. It's on my eBay store at $555. It plays perfect. And my White Album, 1981, -2, -2, -4, -2, tube cut. Hologram Auctions verifies that. And that's up on my eBay store at $555. And we got these in today. I got these in today. McCartney 2, since the mail's starting to break loose here in Louisville. The 1980 UK pressing of McCartney 2. Pretty sure it's a -1. It's a B3, A3, B3. Gonna have to play that tomorrow. And I got a Wing Speed of Sound to play Monday from 1975 in the United Kingdom. And it has I'm really into these United Kingdom pressings because they never let me down. It's got a 6U on side 1, and it has a 5U on side 2. Sorry about that, Sticker Kid.
Don't touch me.
Greg Fio said 2014 White Album mono loud, cut here, great stuff.
Yep. The 1981 is better than the 2014. Andrew from Polygram Auctions, Andrew Milton will tell you that. He has a scientific way of testing those albums. He has graphs and everything else. We talked about those. I think we're about to the end. The Beatles for sale. I told you about I have to have my Beatles for sale moment. That's my 1969 stereo -1 tube cut. And I got this Beatles for sale Australian. That's a -2, -3. And I played a side of it today, and there's no way that this compares to the tube cut from England. This is the best pressing of Beatles for sale that exists. -1, -1. It's just amazing if you get a -3, -1, how different, how it's not an audiophile pressing if you don't have a -1, -1. And you got any questions for me? Go show me that green disco case there, Sticker
Rick
Kid.
Theo said all you need is ears. George Martin.
Yeah. Well, you need ears and a lot of scientific. If you have the best stereo equipment in the world, like Fremer and Andrew Milton, and they can figure it out. What is the best pressing? And I got this disco case from 1966 in yesterday.
If it's not brown, it's not good.
Yeah, well, the brown ones go for a lot of money. I've sold 2 brown ones for over $1,000. I mean, 1,000 each and
At least
800.
he knows. At least he knows it.
All right, put that over there, Stick Kid. Thanks. Sold all my 8 tracks pretty much. Show me that 8 tracks over there. That All Things Must
Where?
Pass up against the curtain. I got it.
Yeah.
Most all my 8 tracks have gone out in the mail. I sold my sealed CCR and my Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin 3 went out to Dean the other day. That's the All Things Must Pass. It originally sold for $12.99. And you've seen my coloring book. Any questions you have for me? I got this in today. The Swingers box set. Mikey probably has one of these. It was made in Hong Kong. A takeoff. You can tell it's the 4 Beatles, but that doesn't say Beatles on it. It just says the Swingers music set. That way they got by and didn't have to pay the Beatles anything, but they even have pictures of them. It looks just like John, Paul, George, and Ringo on them.
Your favorite is Ringo.
Show me those CD. I'm gonna record the black CD right there.
CDR.
Got these in today so I can start recording my audiophile pressings before I sell them. I should have recorded that Beach Boys Pet Sounds on one of these, and that Wings Greatest Hits that went to Dave Evan. 1978 from the United Kingdom. I'll never hear those Wings songs again like that unless I have like the original pressing of Ram and Band on the Run and all these albums they came from. Like this one's got Coming Up and Waterfalls on it. Temporary Secretary.
Everyone better get me a Christmas present.
No.
What do you want for Christmas, Sticker granddaughter? What's on your list?
Probably $1 million.
$1 million. What's second in your list?
A Lamborghini.
Well, let's get something realistic.
Nothing. I have everything.
Yeah.
What do you want, Sticker Kid, for Christmas? You want your tablet back or your laptop back?
He wants to be ungrounded.
He's in probation this week because of school.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
School sucks.
You gotta get better. You gotta work hard.
So what do you want for Christmas? You're doing better today. You helped clean up the house. You were productive today.
5 days left of my school.
All right, I think that's it from Louisville, Kentucky.
Just talk about the next stream we have. There will be 2 different versions. There'll be a vertical and a horizontal. People had problems with that last time. So just gonna give these people a heads up.
Even when you have 4 of us, you'll be able to do that?
Yeah, I mean,
No.
it'll do
Watch the
something.
one you want because one's better for your phone, one's better for an iPad. So.
Yeah, so just whatever
and
best
choose.
suits
So we're going to
you
do a
guys.
round table Zoom on the computer Wednesday night, December 17th, starting at 8 p.m., a half hour early. Every Little Thing Beatles episode number 16 with Mikey Arugula.
Everyone
Uncle Paul's
Look at my nails, y'all.
Uncle Paul's Beatles Pop Playhouse, and our first time guest of Gabby is going to be on there. I'm not sure if she's under 30 or not, but she's trying to catch up on collecting the Beatles as fast as she can. All right, thanks a lot from Louisville, Kentucky, all of you in the chat and watching us today, and
Enjoy the cold.
be safe. And we're in. They say winter's going to be around for a while.
Yeah.
See you later.
We ain't having a short one.